now in a horrific incident that has happened last week, where the 3 lives of the IAS aspirants have been killed. The MHA has constituted a special committee to probe the matter. The lives were lost after the basement of an IAS training located in Delhi's Old Rajinder Nagar was flooded heavily following heavy rains. The FIR was registered in the incident after several visuals had showed the basement being flooded up to 12 feet and also ignoring all the norms that were being flouted by the MCD and the other authorities that had given the permit to only use the basement as for the parking spot and also for as a washroom. But the rules were flouted not just once but for many times, and the library was maintained. The fire brigade had reportedly received a call at around 7 p.m. while the incident had broken out, and rescue operations teams had left to carry out the rescue operations. Almost a month before this tragedy had struck at the Rao's IAS circle, there is a student of the institute who had filed a complaint with the Delhi government about a classroom being run illegally from the building's basement. Now, this is not something new. The permit should not have been even flouted in any of the manners, but it is just not the single IAS training coaching center where such kind of practices were normally accepted and maintained, because in the Rajendra Nagar area itself, the MCD has sealed many such centers after this incident has become as a wake-up call to all the authorities and now shocked the nation, where the 3 deaths have been unaccountable for. In the complaint that was filed on June 26th on a public grievance portal of the Administrative Reforms Department, students said that the classes were being run without obtaining a no objection certificate from the authorities that are concerned. Meanwhile, after the incident, the government is in action and the MCD has also sealed over 56 coaching centers who were running the basements from the same vicinity. But students continue to protest against the government and also the authority. These students have demanded an independent and detailed probe of the matter. On July 27th, the incident had shocked the nation after 3 students have died, where also these were aspiring to be civil aspirants and civil servants, and the aspirants had to get the unfortunate tragic death after the negligence on the part of the authorities and the coaching institute as well. Joining me on the broadcast is my colleague Brian. Brian, I believe you are at the location where the unfortunate tragedy had struck, and time and again these kind of incidents continue to serve as an alarm bell for the authorities to wake up and swung into action after the death have happened. But the authorities right now waking up is unfortunately too late. What is the latest that we are picking from the ground as far as the protest and the demands of the students, the IAS students, is concerned at the very center? The sealing of the institutions and other coaching centers across Delhi has been underway, but what are the students right now demanding? The MHA yesterday had ordered an independent inquiry of the special committee, but what are the demands of the students? Back to you.
One is the immediate demands. The 2 demands are long-term and immediate. Now, talking about the immediate demands that they are wanting by 7 p.m. And they said if the authorities do not act by 7 p.m., they will go for an indefinite hunger strike. They want a compensation up to 5 crore specific by the Rao IAS. They want FIR details with names of the culprits, that is Rao IAS administration, MCD official, and also arrest details, proper sections. They also want, within their very framework, they want a committee that should give report, like even MHA had gotten, has made a committee as well. And even they said the usage of basement for the purpose of libraries and conducting classes should also be prohibited. But now talking about, the committee that has been established by the MHA, it is a very high level committee which is headed by a district secretary to probe the death of those aspirants. Now, the committee will inquire into the reasons to fix the responsibility, suggest measures, and also recommend policy changes, as even said by Home Ministry spokesperson. Now, apart from that, even Additional Secretary of Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs, the committee will have Principal Secretary Home of Delhi Government, Special CP, Fire Advisor as members, and even a Joint Secretary in the Home Ministry as the conveners. And this committee has to submit its report within 30 days. Now, the case also was registered. The accused that are they are also submitting a bail plea today, at the very Peace Hazari court has been sent to a 14 days judicial custody also. The accused are Tajinder Singh, Parvinder Singh, Harvinder Singh and Sarjit Singh, who are the four co-owners of the coaching center Rajendra Nagar, and even a driver of a car called Manoj Kathuria were also produced before the court. Now, yes, Kathuria is the driver of the very SUV
Well, Brian,
that
hold
drove
on till we also understand about the accused in this case. Right now, the police from itself has actually undertaken the probe and arrested additional 5 more people after the owner and the coordinator were arrested a day after. But when we are understanding about the matter in which the probe is going, the MHA has constituted a special committee in itself. Despite now the students are sitting on a protest over days now to demand about the compensation to be increased. What are the families of these victims saying and what are their demands? Are they also likely to join these protests by the UPSC students that are taking out outside these institutions and coaching centers in the same area?
Well, Simran, you talk about the families. If you talk about the families, it's the families are still, they are still trying to get over their child's, their demise, and even their loved ones who were also there. The friends, their colleagues, their acquaintances who were there. They were there protesting. But you talk about the families, it is still very indefinite to say whether they will be a part of the protest or not, because they are still trying to get over their children's death. And yes, this committee will ensure, rather, will inquire into the reasons, into the responsibility, because they were also, like the LG was also demanding, arrest or an action against DFS and even MCD and now that MHA has constituted this high level committee, within 30 days they need to even submit a report, and it consists of high level officials to ensure that justice is being
All
given to
right,
the
Brian.
students who are
All
protected.
right. Let me also understand about the kind of inquiry that is being constituted by the MHA also. But what remains to be understood in this very context over the aggression against the authorities and also over the MCD itself, where the students have been protesting. Now, let's get on to what are the key demands of the students that have been taking out the protest over these 3 unfortunate deaths. In the Rao Coaching Center case, what are the students demanding? Well, to begin with, the students have been initially against the kind of flouting the kind of norms. Now they are demanding a detailed probe against the coaching center and the landowners. Now it's just not the owners of the coaching center, but also the landowners who are being questioned right now, interrogated by the police as well. But what remains to be the key demand of these students who are protesting outside the coaching center is a detailed probe against the owners and the coaching center owners. Action on mitigating the waterlogging in the area. Now, waterlogging essentially was the reason how the water actually got into the basement and then it was filled up to a long height, and that was essentially the point where the entire thing got difficult for the students who were studying in the library. It also asked for the basement of 5 coaching centers in Delhi to be assessed. And now what are the actions, let's get on to that, have been taken so far. MCD has been swung into the action ever since this incident has happened, and now the MCD has removed the illegal encroachments. They have initiated an inquiry. They have also suspended one of its junior executive engineers after this entire incident in the Rajendra Nagar area had brought shame to the local authorities, and they have demolished other illegal encroachments that are present in the vicinity. 13 illegal coaching centers have been sealed in Delhi after this entire unfortunate incident has taken place. Now, MCD has also conducted the surveys of these coaching centers after this entire incident, except in sealing of these coaching centers, the survey has been conducted. It's more likely an audit where they have to maintain about what are the institutions likely which are present in this UPSC hub located in Delhi's Rajendra Nagar area, functioning without the permit and flouting all the norms, which are actually posing a grave inconvenience and security threat to the lives of students. Now, MCD, after conducting the survey, have also taken several actions, and not just then. MCD, ever since this incident has happened, particularly been very active to take out the incidents, to action over the incidents. But what remains to be understood is that the wake-up call for the authorities and the Municipal Corporation of Delhi, along with the local authorities, was too late after the 3 deaths had already happened, and due to the major gross violations of the coaching center, these students could not make it alive.
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.